It's a hot summer day and you're basking on the beach, enjoying the sun. And next thing you know, you take a nap. And you wake up and you're sunburned. What if you had a device that let you know when it was time to go inside or reapply? Introducing SunBeGone. With this handy device, you just put it on and you can sit on the beach, nap, do whatever you want, and as soon as your UV exposure gets too dangerous or you need to go inside and reapply sunscreen, 2 different sets of beeps occur respectively, and they can alert you to run inside and seek some shade.
Ultraviolet radiation has detrimental effects that range from acute to chronic harms. While the less severe effects are reversible, like sunburns, the more grave effects include premature aging, suppression of the immune system, eye damage, and even skin cancer. UV radiation is one of the main causes for skin cancer. The harmful effects of UVB rays can be easily avoided if people were to take greater care of themselves when outdoors. The exposure to this radiation needs to be regulated through sunscreen or by limiting extended periods of time outdoors. However, only about 30% of Americans regularly apply sunscreen. The goal of this product is to assist people in regulating their sunscreen application in order to prevent UVB rays from causing mutations in skin cells and thus causing cancer. It is targeted at people who love spending time outdoors, yet are not aware of how often they need to reapply sunscreen or do not use sunscreen at all. SunBeGone will remind users when to reapply sunscreen and when it is time to go inside after spending too much time outside.
Hi, I'm Akshata, and my partner Jess and I created a device that's a pair of sunglasses which can detect the level of UVA and B radiation exposure that the wearer is being subjected to. Once the user has reached levels that require reapplication of sunscreen and seeking shade, the device actually emits a specific noise alerting the user to do so. And when the user has done that activity, they can reset with a button in the device and then go right back into the sun and then be alerted again when they need to seek shade and reapply sunscreen. At a time like now when skin cancer is on the rise, tracking sun exposure is especially important, and which is why we perceive the need for a product like this.
The hardware of this device is portrayed on an Arduino Uno rather than the Arduino Trinket. This is so it's easier to see all the different components. The different components include a UV sensor, which continually records the UV intensity of the location that you're at. It includes a speaker, which produces an alarm when it's time to reapply sunscreen, and a push button, which is meant to reset the timer when your time is up. Because we're inside, the UV intensity is low, as seen on the serial monitor. After 60 seconds, an alarm will sound, acknowledging the fact that it's time to reapply sunscreen. I will now push the push button in order to reset the timer, which means that I have reapplied my sunscreen. And now the timer stops and resets to 0. Now that we're outside in the sun, the UV intensity is much higher, and it's in a very high range between 6 and 9. That means that the alarm will go off after 20 seconds. Now it's time to reapply, and I'll reset the alarm once again.
So all the connections you saw on the Arduino Uno are transposed now to the Arduino Trinket, which is placed inside this handy box, which is attached to a pair of sunglasses, so that the device becomes wearable. In addition, there's a wireless battery right here that can be charged up and then stuck onto the device to provide charge so that it can be used for the entirety of a day. I'm in the shade, so the UV exposure isn't too bad, but after 60 minutes, I know that I'll have gotten enough exposure for it to be dangerous, at which point the device will probably start to beep. 60 minutes has passed, and now my device is beeping, and so I know that I have to go inside and reapply sunscreen. And then I can just reset the device by pressing a button. The beeping's done, and I can enjoy my shade for another 60 minutes. I'm back in the sun. I was wanting to get my tan on, so now I'm in dangerous levels of sun. So after 10 minutes, the device is going to beep to let me know that I need to go back into shade and reapply some sunscreen. Damn, 10 minutes? Alright, time to reapply, I guess. Let me reset set the device by pressing the button in the device. Beautiful eye. Say it with me. I scream, you scream, we all scream for sunscreen.